What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Afterwork Anime Club podcast. I am your host, Luulu Soul, and joining me today is...
Hello, yes, distracted shark. Much distraction, such shark. Wow.
Lots of distractions today because we just finished episode 2 of Dan to Dan, and oh my god, that was so cool.
I'm a fan, yeah. It's pretty good.
Like, okay, so after last episode, we had a conversation about, like, if you didn't like episode 1, like, episode 1 encapsulates, like, the vibe of what to expect from the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will say right now that after watching episode 1, I'm intrigued. I'm curious to know more. After episode 2, I wish there were an episode 3. I am officially hooked on this anime.
Realistically, I think this is a 3-episode hook because I'm pretty sure I know what happens next episode.
I'm very eager to find out what happens after next episode. Like, usually when we're watching like an anime or something, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out like what's gonna happen next. I'm making guesses, making assumptions. I think I've got my version of the plot. I don't care about any of that. I am just hyped.
Here for the ride?
Yes, I am just here for the ride.
It's a wild one. I love our leads. They are very it's not as much in episode 1. You get a little bit of it. In episode 2, you could really see them just clashing.
This anime, I feel like from what I've seen so far, I feel like one of the things that it's doing very uniquely is that the anime is taking a lot of common shonen tropes and just flipping them on their head.
How so?
For example, you have the scene where the male character, what are you calling him? Okarun is depressed. He's down, and he's like, yeah, like I wanted some friends, man. And then our female lead, what's her name?
Momo Ayase.
Momo.
So either of those.
And she's giving him like the speech, right? It's not your interest, it's not you, it's you push people away. You gotta open up your heart. But that heart endearing
Definitely
speech.
Not appropriate for episode 2.
But it happens so often in so many anime, that moment of like, hey, you've always thought that you were an unlikable person, but it's not. It's that you were pushing people away. It's a very important life lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And this boy just goes, you bitch.
It's such a mean thing to say to someone, though.
And he's like, how dare? Who are you to point out all of my personal flaws? And like, because the trope is normally like, make the character be shocked about what everyone can see but themselves. And this man is just like, you think I don't know that already?
But you still get moments like shortly after that where, he just talks about hey, I'm trying, I didn't want to miss the chance to have a friend.
Yeah, I think we're still gonna get the heartwarming parts, and the heartwarming parts are so necessary. But just we're gonna flip it on its head for a second. The comedic beats are just top tier.
It's a very fun series, and it just gets more and more wild.
I am here for it. I don't want to go too deeply into the plot because the episode came out literally today. So, spoilers. But if you watched episode 1 and you were like, you know what? This anime is really missing some action elements.
Yeah, a little bit more of like, hey, let's see some more of like, what are these characters capable of?
We got you. Episode 2 has your back. And there is one particular part of it that I'm watching, and I was just like, oh my god, that is cool as heck. Like, I am hooked at this point. I'm very, very excited to see where they go from here.
Right now, I mean, it looks like they're handling it really well. They're translating the media very well. This is the vibes.
Okay, so the fight scene that does happen in episode 2 Is it as cool in the manga, or did they like?
Well, I mean, so fight scenes are almost always better in anime because you can get the feeling of motion a lot better. But some mangas are really good at giving you those fight scenes. I think the manga does really well with it. Obviously, the anime is better because it's a faithful reproduction of the manga, but with movement.
Again, this is going to be a very short episode because we are doing these. These are the play-by-play minis, but there you have it, episode 2. If I would give episode 1 a rating, I would give it 5 out of 5. Not 5 out of 5, 5 out of 10. And
really?
Yeah, but that's a good rating.
5 out of 10 is a terrible rating.
I mean, it's 50%, so okay. Well, look.
I would not watch anything someone recommended as a 5 out of 10.
Okay, then I can't give it a 5. I would see, in my brain, like a 5 out of 10 means it is a good show. It is worth watching. Once you get above 5, that's when you get into like there's like One Piece. One Piece, I would give like a 6 or 7 out of 10, and then like Kaiju number 8 is like a 10 out of 10.
I have a lot of questions about your metrics of measurement, but okay.
Anything after 5 is a good... Fine, okay, I'll rephrase. I would give episode 1 a 7 out of 10.
I'd say about a 7 or an 8. Probably an 8.
I would give
I'm
episode 2 a very strong 8.5 out of 10.
Alright.
But that's because you're making me give things a higher score than I normally would.
That's because your metric doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to me.
Well, I mean, that's what matters.
Okay, maybe I need to redo. Okay, we're gonna do out of 5, okay? I would give this anime a 3 out of 5. How's that?
Okay, that's a much better metric. That's around a 60-70%.
Episode 1 was engaging. Episode 2 is the hook. That is where I was grabbed for this.
Alright.
It can only go up or down from here.
All right, well, wait till we get to 3.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.